Hi friends, so this is a little Christmas tree even when I'm not religious, but it's the right time to fall in the mood for Christmas, love, peace and happiness, but for that it's always the right time. And I want to tell you some little stories which will uplift you, and also to tell you to stay on an inner mood which is love, peace and happiness, because you vibrate this mood outside in the world, and this world is so in the need for that, because mankind brought this world in a stage of a low level of positive mood, of positive vibrations. And let me tell you some stories and start with a very simple story. Every day when I drive into work and drive into the parking slot, there is on the one hand this tree where I park my car, and on the right side is this beautiful, beautiful bush, wild bush with roses, and it's still cold here. It's got freezing below zero, and this bush had his blossom, his roses, and I simply find it so beautiful, so wonderful. It's a miracle, and it shows me the love of creation, which is spreading around, free for everybody to see and for everybody to receive. And also when I went to Bootsy, the wild cat, which I feed, and on the last day it was rather cold, like I said, below zero in the night, and then there was clouds in the sky, and at this morning when the clouds were in the sky, it was suddenly much, much warmer, because the warmth of the earth, is maintained. And so it's like you could feel the love of Mother Earth. And when I see all the beauty, you can feel this love too, which, like I said, is seeable and feelable for all of us, and it's free. We just have to recognize it and accept it, and as beauty, not as something which is available all the time and is worth nothing because it's available. We have to see the worth of beauty again, and we have to step out of this artificial world of madness, this world of coldness in which we are, because we are part of the human system. The human system is totally ill, to the core, ill and morbid and totally mad. It's destructive, and it's like the counterpart of life, because creation of life is love, and because life is the opposite of non-existence, and so life is love, and creation is simply the love for life, as the opposite of creation, of non-existence, And we have to see this. And when we see this, and all the beauty which is around us, with the twittering of the birds, the unbelievable beauty of the flowers, the warmth of Mother Earth, the air that we can breathe with comes from the trees which regenerate this, the oxygen, for us, then we can feel and take in us this love with every breath, with every view we take, and enjoy it. Not enjoy it, enjoy it. Make it part of us in our heart. in our feeling for life. And sometimes I tried to convince other people that they can receive this love too, but they are not ready. And I had to see that people, when they are not ready, they will not take this beauty and love. They will just laugh about it, because on their way, on their path, they are not ready. They will see this for their own when they are ready. Then they can being part of it, of this wonderful love which surrounds them. But as long as their path is not in that stage, one would only give positive energy away and being drawn down by them, So it's better you or one maintains or beholds his positive energy and spread it out, not by convincing people, but loving simply the world and loving all living beings and what is. Because this is a vibration which is spread out around the world. And when we do it, we can rise the vibrations, the positive energy field of this planet, But it's Christmas, and I will tell you two stories. One story is way back in the 90s, 1994. And my mom were in coma for 2 weeks, and as she woke up from coma, and I was right at this moment in the room with white clothes on, because you have to wear that when you get in such an emergency room. She looked at me, and she was so surprised to see me. And I asked her later why she looked at me so strange, and she said that she was so surprised that I would be there. Not in this world, but where she was. She thought she was in heaven already. So in that time, I didn't realize that she had an NDE, but years later I realized it as I saw so many NDE videos on YouTube and on other platforms, And then in work I've met a colleague now in this work where I am now, and it was rather surprising too, because we both realized that we worked for the same television station. Even she worked in a subsidiary and I worked in the main station and news, but we never met us because she was a secretary and I was chief editor in the station, and so we never had contact, and she was also in another town. But then now we met each other, and by chatting around, we realized that. And so she told me a story because she had an NDE, and this NDE happened by the doctor. And so the doctor and the nurses could reanimate her. And she said as she died, at the first moment, she was so released. She had 2 kids, but she was just released, she didn't look back or something. She was released from her body. She knew she was in another world, in another dimension, and then she walked this way. It was no tunnel, she said, it was a way surrounded by light, and there was this like a chorus of angels which sang for her, and she walked this way into the light. But then as she wanted to go through doors, it was like a thorn hedge, and she couldn't go in, but not thorn hedge which stingers, but a thorn hedge like of rubber, you know. And so she couldn't go in, and then there was this angel, big angel, she said. And the angel told her that she had to go back. And she didn't want to go back, so he told her 3 times she had to go back, and at the 3rd time he said that her mission on earth is not finished. That's the reason why she had to go back. And as she went back, she already started to hear the dogs and the nurses that telling that she can reanimate her and she have again into life. And since this time, she is, of course, another being, you know, another human. She is happy. She has this love and this certainty that there is love on the other side, in the afterlife, when we cross over. And when she goes in work, in silence, she blesses all and the workplace, you know, and all the people around her. And this is quite wonderful, you know, because she is spreading love around her. And this is my message for you for Christmas, which is simply be the blessing you are. And Christmas is the celebration of love, the love for creation, for all what is. And so, namaste, my friends.